Hey, YouTube. It's Andy. It's about 4 in the morning and I can't get back to sleep. Um, Decided I might as well go ahead and make this video because my thoughts are running through my head and, you know, what the heck, right? Um, July 10th, my YouTube anniversary. Let's see, it was what? 2006? Makes it 7 years? No. 8 years. 8 years I've been on YouTube making videos. I'm still doing it. It's been fun. It's had its ups and it's had its downs. I remember joining in 2006. It was in the midst of, I think of it kind of like the great vlogger renaissance. It was regular people like you and myself just making videos, talking to each other. Nothing special, just talking, asking questions, sending videos back and forth to one another. It was in a day before, like, hashtags were a big thing, so videos were, when videos were related, it was based on the title, so if you wanted to respond to someone at that time, you had to say their title, and I believe it wasn't long after I joined that they actually added the ability to set a video as a response to someone else. My first video wasn't directly a response to anyone, but a couple of my first videos were a response to YouTube user by the name of Blenty3000. I'm not sure if he's still on YouTube or not. I remember joining and subscribing to him because he was a big Kevin Smith fan. I was a big Kevin Smith fan at the time. I still am a Kevin Smith fan. I'm not sure. And I remember that there was we didn't have a word for it yet. There was a community, though, of YouTube users all doing the vlog thing. It was small, but growing very, very fast. And I remember we all started to learn each other, if not by first name, we definitely became accustomed to each other's users' names. I remember seeing people on YouTube getting together, starting to go to what they were calling gatherings, meeting each other in person. I remember seeing relationships forming. And it's weird to think this was only, within the last 8 years, because it doesn't seem that long ago to me. But in some ways, it's a very different time. I remember seeing users like Blunty, and I remember Cats22, who we don't see anymore, and I don't know why exactly, but I have a feeling. I remember seeing, she and Blunty developing a relationship, and then she moves to Australia to be with him, and finds out he's not quite the same person he portrays on YouTube. And it was around that same time that a lot of YouTube users started realizing they could potentially monetize this stuff. And it was around that same time that YouTube started realizing it needed to monetize this stuff. So you see some of the bigger YouTube users like Blunty, Bohem, Kevin Naltz, Smosh, who before, and that Fred character came along a little later. Boy, did that blow up. Weirdly enough. But you see videos, and we all kind of did it, not at first because of monetization. You see our video quality is getting better. You see better editing. You see more editing. Fancier graphics. That kind of thing. I know I myself started playing around with stuff like green screen and split screen and whatnot, even though I barely had the technology to do it, and it didn't always look that great. And it was fun. But you see these people, like those I mentioned, who start tailoring their videos to specific trends. Instead of just talking about whatever's on their mind anymore, people are talking about stuff specifically to get views and specifically to gain more notoriety. And you see people pandering to the community in such a way that I think ultimately broke it up. Paul Robinette joined YouTube. At first creating a character whom he called Renetto, who did these very short parody videos of different YouTube characters, or rather, his character parodying those characters. And at first we all thought it was amazing, but then he takes the videos down, then comes back with a new video of him saying, well, that wasn't me. I didn't feel good about what I was doing, so I took it down. And I think at first we all bought it. We at least wanted to believe that it was true. But then he starts selling candles to us. And folding chairs. Renetto, for me, represents a big disenchantment with what YouTube was, or had become. That doesn't mean that the community wasn't still there. Somewhere in the intervening time, a website by the name of Stickam had come up. Stickam allowed you to host a video chat room. You and about 5 or 6 of your friends could have video chat together. And whoever was talking would pop up on the main screen. Whoever wasn't talking would show up in the little sidebars. But you still saw their videos. There was 5 or 6 videos going on. And I remember that my friends from that I had made on YouTube and we all started chatting together. Almost, if not every night, at least on the weekends, on those nights. And I remember that time was really some of the best time I had with the whole YouTube experience. Because while we were all still making the videos, we'd turn around and have a more intimate connection. You know, I got to talk with friends like James Mowry and Ross, randomly Rossi, I think is his username now, and Layla, and Avery and Matt Hawes and other people. And Matt didn't always come on as often, but he was always around talking to somebody. And he's still here on YouTube. As are some of the others, but some of the others have left the community. Some, again, situations there turned out not to be exactly what I expected. There was a girl, Alexa, who started joining our chat rooms, and I thought she and I were becoming close. I'm not certain to what extent those feelings were shared from her end. But ultimately, it did kind of break up the band, as they say. I think it was an inevitability that it would happen, but it is something I miss a lot, talking to all those friends. Most of them don't even make videos anymore. Some of their personal relationships have gone in ways I don't want to speak of. But yeah, I mean, I've lived a pretty good YouTube life. I'm still making the videos myself, even though for the last year or so it's mostly been creating the unboxing videos. And I don't know if that's because I feel I don't have anything important to say, or if I feel that I don't have enough time to do anything else. I really wish I could have that back, though, that spark of magic of when everyone was using YouTube just to talk to one another. Nobody was trying to sell you anything or sell you themselves. They were just talking to you. And I do wish that the chat rooms like Stickhand were still around. The website itself is gone. They went out of business because, well, apparently the model they were using just didn't work. The technology was, I thought, the best video chat I had ever seen, even to this date. Because, you know, even Google's Hangouts aren't quite the same. And the Google Hangout system, which I would love to use to talk to my friends, but to be honest, Google Plus is not taking its hold as big as other sites like Facebook or Twitter or whatever people are using now, probably Instagram or something, which is weird because that's owned by Facebook. But yeah, the Google Hangouts could be something amazing, but they seem to not be using them in the way that Stickhand would have, which may be partly why Stickhand went under. That you could do a public hangout at first, now you can't. You can share it with the people that have chosen to view your content, or that you have chosen to view theirs, but the idea of the public open hangout or the public open chat room that anyone can join, including random strangers, doesn't seem to be there anymore. So here we are, 2014, still making YouTube videos. I can't deny that some of the magic is gone. Doesn't mean I want to stop. Maybe I'm a sentimental fool, but I still get 20, 30 views on a regular basis. The way we connect to YouTube isn't the same anymore either. I know I personally, if I'm not using my mobile device, I'm watching it through my television, through an app on the television, smart television. And even that has brought some separation. We don't comment on each other's videos as much anymore. We don't post video responses as much anymore. And the website itself, from what I understand, has changed so many times that I'm not sure if I actually use the regular website, if I would know how to even do some of those things. Eight years. Video blogging is still fun for me, but it doesn't define me like it did for a time. And it's not something that people in my personal life seek out anymore. I know there was a time when many of my friends would watch my YouTube videos. My friends in real life, as we say, would watch those. They do still occasionally. But like I said, it's not a defining thing of who I am anymore. It's a part of who I am, but it's not one of the major factors anymore. And that could just be because, like everyone else, I've moved on with my life. It could be that it's not as important to me anymore. Or it could be that, as with the rest of the former YouTube community, maybe I'm disenchanted with it. I used to make April Fool's videos on a couple of occasions. I made the same joke, that I was leaving YouTube, packing my stuff up and going. And a couple of people bought it. A couple of people bought it both times. Or, you know, a couple of times anyway, or at least they acted like they did the next time. I'm not going to do it. At least not anytime soon. I'm still here. I'm still making videos like this one, which is reaching 20 minutes. So I should probably stop. Oh, not making videos. Stop this video. Also, I probably should go to sleep because I got to get to work. Alright, that's enough rambling for me. I'll try and post this as one video if it'll let me. Alright, there's 1930. I better stop it now. Okay, bye.